We form a first impression every time we meet someone new. While we might use many different words to describe our first impressions, we generally form impressions of trustworthiness and dominance. It's been suggested in the literature that while trustworthiness reflects our evaluation of someone's intent to harm us, dominance might reflect our evaluation of someone's ability to harm us. This, however, hasn't been systematically investigated so far, so here it goes. In study one, we collected ratings of attractiveness, trustworthiness, dominance, intent to harm, and ability to harm from a set of naturally varying faces and a set of naturally varying voices. Our results showed that trustworthiness was significantly correlated with ratings of intent to harm and ratings of ability to harm, and the same was true for dominance. The same pattern of results was also seen for voices, so trustworthiness was significantly related to both intent and ability to harm, and so was dominance. So this distinct relationship between trust and intent and dominance and ability was just not there. In study two, we used audiovisual presentation. So here, faces, high or low in intent and ability to harm, were paired with a set of voices that were also high or low in their intent or ability to harm. And these faces or voices could be matched in these four combinations that you can see on the screen. In similar previous experiments for trustworthiness and dominance, we have found that while the face information seems to be more important for the evaluation of trustworthiness, it's the voice information that is more important for the evaluation of dominance. So, if trustworthiness is related to intent to harm, we should see the same pattern of results there, with faces being more important. And if dominance is related to ability to harm, then we should see a similar pattern where voices are more important. However, again, this pattern of results was not observed. Both faces and voices were equally important as each other for both intent and ability to harm. In our final third study, pairs of participants actually met in person and they were asked to form first impressions of each other. Each person was asked to rate the other one for trustworthiness, dominance, intent to harm, ability to harm, as well as threat. And again, we wanted to see whether the predicted relationships between trust and intent on one hand and ability and dominance on the other would be observed in the data, but similarly to the previous studies, that pattern of results was just not there. When people met in person, dominance was no longer related to any other trait, whereas trustworthiness was significantly related to both intent and ability to harm. So overall, what all of these studies are showing is that the suggested relationship between the two fundamental impression dimensions, trustworthiness and dominance, and evaluations of threat might not be as straightforward as previously suggested. What is more, our data really seems to be showing that first impressions formed in person would actually be very, very different to first impressions formed in the lab, which could have very important implications.